What is happening, fellow lovers of shiny metals? Right here in front of me, I have a mystery box of silver pieces that I've received from the guys over at the Bits and Bobs channel. So, without any further delay, you know the score, let's get on with the show. Okay guys, no messing about, we'll get straight into the parcel. So as I'm opening it, I'll let you all know what's happened here is, if you weren't aware, myself and the guys over at Bits and Bobs have done a mystery box exchange in the past. And we thought, you know, it was a good idea, we had a lot of fun doing it, so we thought we'd do it again. So we've set each other a challenge. It's 50, I'm going to do it on this camera, it's £50 budget. And other than that, I have no idea what is inside this this little box of mystery right here. And I'm trying to, we've done a great job of sealing it, so I'm just trying to get it open with the gloves on. It always makes it a little bit harder, but I don't know what's inside or how it's been packaged, so we'll soon find out. There we go, we've got it open now. So I can see Bits and Bobs have individually wrapped theirs. I'm going to be honest, I didn't individually wrap mine, I just whacked them all into the envelope. So guys, I apologise about that, I do apologise. I hope you're able to just take them out of the envelope once at a time and keep that mystery alive. Let's have a look. They've even gone to the extent of writing a note as well, and again, I didn't write a note, guys. I'm so sorry. I was in a rush to get it out to you. I just threw it into the envelope and sent it on the way. So I hope you're happy with what you've got. We should have found out by now. I think Bits and Bobs have probably released their video a little earlier in the day than I have. So maybe you've already watched that one and you've come across to this one. But right here, we can see their note reads, "The Stack Collector. We have tried to make this £50 mystery box a mix of all elements of numismatics, from old to new and silver to is that 𝗕𝗶𝘁, yes. Hope you like the coins. Bits and Bobs team." Guys, I'm sure I'm going to love them. Now, if you haven't seen my mystery box, I won't give away too many spoilers, but I also kept it to a bit of a mix. There was some new stuff in there, there was some old stuff in there, but I kept mine just to silver in the box that I sent them. So all the coins that I put in their box was silver coins. It looks like they've sent a good mix in this one, which is absolutely fantastic. But with that being the case, and without any further delay at all, let's get the first coin open and see what we're dealing with here. So we've done a fantastic job of hiding them in the kitchen roll there, and we've got a little money bag right here. I'm going to try and get it out. We'll see what's inside. It looks like they've gone to so much more effort with this than I have with mine. Guys, I'm so sorry. We've got a 17.99 halfpenny from 𝗕𝗂𝗀 right there. Very, very nice coin. We've got an 1883 threepence, as you can see, that's 925 silver. So that's a young bun-headed Victoria right there, as designed by 𝗕𝗂𝘀𝗋𝗋. We've got a 1728 George II Irish halfpenny. Another very, very cool little piece right there. Let me get at least one of these out so we can have a look. So we'll have a quick look at the Irish halfpenny right here. Still got quite a bit of detail on it for the age. I'll see if I can get this to focus on there. But yeah, it's a wonderful little coin. We've got a great depiction of George II right there, if it's focusing for you all. So just look at that, it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. So that's that is the Irish halfpenny. Let's have a quick look at the English halfpenny. Now I've got a couple of these already in the stack. I thought there might have been one there, but there's not. But yeah, what a fantastic little piece to have for the collection. As the guy said, this is a 17.99 halfpenny. I think I may already have this year. I'll definitely have to look at my my little halfpennies to double check. But what a great start already. Shall we have a quick look at the threepenny bit right now? We'll just get that out of the little flip they've popped it in, and here we go. We can see we've got a 1889, I believe that says. Oh no, 1883. They've put it on the little thing there. So we've got an 1883 threepenny bit right there with Queen Victoria, the bun-headed design by 𝗕𝗵𝗄 right there. And did you see that, guys? Did you see that? I correctly picked up that it's a vertical flip on this coin because it's so old. So that's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, guys. What a fantastic start to the mystery box. We've got another piece right here. I will lean across my camera and we'll get inside and see what's inside. I love a mystery box, guys. I really do love a mystery box because you never know what you're going to get, do you? But right here, we've got, I can see straight away, we've got a 1772 halfpenny. But we'll get it out of the bag, and we'll have a closer look at all these. So we'll start off with a 1914 half crown. What a fantastic coin. You've got to love a half crown, haven't you? And this will be 1914. This will be George V, as designed by Bertram Edgar McKennell, right there, get my words out. But yeah, this is a George V depiction which was designed by Bertram Edgar McKennell, can't say his name, and it's a wonderful coin. I do love collecting half crowns, so thank you so much for including that, guys. That's our second piece of silver, because we have got the 925 silver 1883 threepence, which I think is one I need for the album actually, guys, so fantastic work on that one. Next up we have a 1772 George III halfpenny. So my old halfpenny run is getting a lot better today, guys. Look at this. We've got George III right there. Now, these coins, when they're this old, having this amount of wear on them is very, very common. It really is. They get a lot more scarcer in good condition when they're this old. Because you've got to imagine the amount of use they've seen in the last, well, 250 years odd? It's no, 275 years. It's crazy, isn't it? You know, so yeah, it's some absolutely beautiful, beautiful pieces in here. This is a 1739 halfpenny, and once again, this is a George II, and this is a little bit better quality than the one I've already got in my collection. So thank you so much for this, guys. Forgot the vertical flip on that one, didn't I? There you go. But you've got seated Britannia. It says Britannia across the top. Normally the date's, yeah, here you go, we've got the date right there, 1739 at the bottom. And on the other side, we've got the brilliant Romanesque depiction of Georgius II right there. Look at that, guys. Absolutely fantastic. I'm loving this so far, I really am. Let's pour them out. Oh, okay, there's a big one right there, and a couple more little ones. There we go. So, right, it looks like we've got 3 more left to do, guys. We've got, as I say, we've got a big one. We'll do that one last, and we've got a couple of little ones. So which one feels the heaviest? It feels lightest. So we'll do this one. Then the next one, then the big one to end up. But I'm loving this so far, guys. I really am. This is absolutely brilliant. All the mystery and all the fantastic old pieces. I love an old coin. You've got to love a coin that's you know, over a couple of 100 years old. Just imagine all the places it's been, all the people it's seen. You know, who could have held that coin in their hand? I mean, I'm holding it in mine now, right now. But at what point in history could this have been held by a British officer fighting in the Napoleonic Wars or the Crimean Wars or something like that, or you know, just some chimney sweep from down the road who's going to the pub on a Friday night after a long week at work. You know what I mean? It's absolutely brilliant. I love thinking about it. But we've got the next batch. We've got a 1975 pence. So this is the old style. This is decimal, but the first large size decimal coins right there. So you've got the second depiction of Queen Elizabeth, the Arnold Machin right there. Many people's favourites. It's one of mine. It's not my top favourite. As you may already know, that's the Raphael David McLuth, which replaced this one. But this is still a very, very nice depiction right there. And as the guys have said, it's a 1975 pence. So that would have been the first year of production, I do believe, as these actually replaced decimal coinage in 1971 when we moved from decimal to from pre-decimal to decimal. So what a lovely another little coin. I will pop that in my old size decimal coins. I do have a little collection of the large size decimal coins. Next up, we've got a 1940s sixpence. So this one's going to be 500 silver. 1940s, that'll be George VI, won't it? Yes, it is. Here we go. George VI, as designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget. And on the reverse of this coin, we have the George VI cipher, which was designed by George Kruger Gray. This one right here, and wonderful little coin. As the guys have said, it's a 500 silver coin. I'll have to get my album out and check if this one is one I need or not. I've noticed I'm falling behind on 500 pieces for the album because I've been concentrating on 925. There's quite a few gaps of the 500, so I may well need this for the album, guys. We'll have a quick look in a little while. But fingers crossed. But as I say, that's a 500 silver George VI sixpence right there, also known as the Tanner. You'd find it in your Christmas dinner, wouldn't you? You'd find it in your Christmas pudding once upon a time. Whoever was the lucky one. And when I say lucky, that's if you discovered it before you choked on it, of course. But it's something we used to do with a 10p when I was younger. And next up right here, this is a 1749 halfpenny. So a George II, another George II halfpenny. Once again, we've got a seated Britannia right there. And once again, on the other side, on the obverse, we've got George II, Georgius II, wearing his Romanesque military garb, looking all sophisticated like a Roman emperor on his coinage. Something that the monarchs used to love to do back in the day. They don't do it quite so much anymore, but they definitely used to love doing that. So this one next up is the 1887 𝗕𝗂𝘀 from India. 925 silver. So this will be very interesting. I'm not sure I've got one of these in the collection as of yet. I do have quite a few 𝗕𝗂𝘁 pieces from back in the day, South African, Canadian, Australian, that kind of thing, and some pieces from Maltese pieces from British Malta, but I'm pretty sure I don't have one of these, which is the Indian 𝗕𝗂𝘀, and we've got a brilliantly beautiful depiction of Queen Victoria right there. That's almost as good as the Gothic depiction, that. I really do like that, that's beautiful. It really is. And if we flip it over, okay, it's a horizontal flip, we know that much. And it says 𝗕𝗂𝘀, India, 1887. This is about the same size as a silver threepenny bit. I feel it would have been used. If I look at the details, I'm pretty sure this would be the same size and weight as a threepence. It definitely wouldn't be far off, at least. But a beautiful little coin. Thank you very much for including that one, guys. That is a fantastic piece for the collection. It really, really is. So we've got the penultimate package right here, and I'm hoping you're enjoying this, guys. Don't forget to let me know in the comments down below what's your favourite piece of this whole collection. Let me know at the end. We've got a couple more left to get through. So if we open this one right here, okay, I won't give any spoilers away because we've got a couple of coins in here. So first up, we've got a 1806 halfpenny. So this one, once again, is George III. Oh, this one's in a little bit in better condition, guys. Oh yeah, this one's looking fantastic. Look at this, guys. Look at this, right? We've got some fantastic detail on this coin right here. We can still see the shield. I've got my view very dull on my phone, so I can't see how well it's picking it up, but it should be. And right there, you can still see we've still got the Union Jack pattern very visible on the shield. We can see the seated Britannia's got her trident in the same hand of her shield, and she's holding out an olive branch to symbolise peace. And it looks like we've got some sort of galleon in the background sailing away right there. And at the top it says, is that Brittany? I believe it says at the top there. No, of course it's not going to say Brittany. It's going to say Britannia, isn't it? It's going to say Britannia. But if we turn it over right there, we've got, once again, we've got George III, and as you can see, this one is in a little bit better condition than the others we've seen up to yet. I think this is the best halfpenny up to yet, and that one is absolutely fantastic, and one that's brilliant to have for the collection. My collection of old halfpennies is absolutely smashing it right now. It really is, guys. So thank you very, very much. Next up, we've got an 1897 1 cent. Let's have a quick look. I believe I've already got one of these, but it may not be for the same date. But this is the Indian head 1 cent right there. Absolutely fantastic coin, and you can see it says 1 cent on the back of it right there. Beautiful little coin. We've got the Shield of America right there at the top, and some sort of wreath around the denomination of 1 cent. And on the other side, as I said, we've got a Native American wearing his traditional headwear. And around that, if I can see, let me have a good look at the coin because it is quite small. We've got United States of America 1897. So around the top it says United States of America and 1897 at the bottom. Absolutely fantastic coin, it really is, guys. So thank you so very much for that. Let's have a look. Next up, okay, I'll leave that one. I'm going to leave that one till last. Bits and bobs might know what I'm talking about, but there's one there that I think's absolutely brilliant. So I'm definitely going to leave that till last. But right here we've got a 1979 large size 50p right there. Look at that. We've got seated Britannia once again. Very similar design to what we were looking at the halfpenny, just a very much more modern. Britannia's facing the other way, but she is seated with her shield and trident in one hand and the olive browns outreached in the other, and she's sat with the Lion of England at her feet right there. And could you imagine that? I bet she feels like, what's his name, off of Tiger King. What was his name? Joey something, wasn't it, or something? Let me know in the comments. What was that guy's name out of Tiger King? I used to love Tiger King. But anyway, back to the coin. We've got new pence above the top because this was what we placed. This is the large size that we placed the pre-decimal coin, so it was a new type of penny, and that's why it says new pence, because it was actually completely different to the old penny, because the old penny in pre-decimal used to have 240 pennies to the pound, and it was based on a 120 penny pound. But obviously in decimalisation, we went down to a 100 penny pound, and that's why it is in 50 new pences and not 50 old pences. But if we flip it over, once again, we've got the Arnold Machin depiction of Queen Elizabeth right there, and a legend that reads DG Reg FD 1879, Elizabeth II. And as we all know, that is Latin right there. Say it with me, guys. By grace of God, Queen of Britain and Defender of the Faith. So what a fantastic coin once again. Thank you so very much, guys. So I've got a coin right here that I'm going to leave till last. So let's find out what is in this big box, guys. What's in the box, as Brad Pitt once very famously said. 10 points if you can name a movie. You know what, 10 stack chat points if you can name that movie in the comments. First person to do so gets 10 stack chat points, or groin coin as we now call them. So good luck, guys. Get us in some points. Ian Rich is in the lead at the moment. 𝗕𝗂𝘁 is following him very closely behind. Let's see if someone can catch them guys up. And obviously the first person to get 100 stack chat points, or groin coin as they're also known, will be winning a full ounce of silver. If you weren't aware, this is something I do on my Saturday night live streams. I get together with the community every Saturday night from 7 o'clock GMT. Every week I do a online duck race where I invite people to enter. We find a winner every single week who wins a little collection of coins, channel stickers, poker chips, that kind of thing. And I do that every week. It's completely free to enter. I also look at what's been happening in the world of precious metals, how the spot price has been performing over the last week, that kind of thing. And I highly recommend heading across, because as I say, we've started a new thing where you can win points. I'll give questions, just like I just did there, and the first person to answer them gets 10 points, and like I say, the first person to 100 will be winning a completely free ounce of silver. So get involved, guys, and get over there, please do. I'd love to see you all there, I really would. But next up, looks like we've got a proof box right here. Oh, I've knocked my camera for 6. Sorry about that, guys. I do apologize. Oh, and I'm hitting it again. Let's I think I'm a bit wonky now, aren't I? Here we go. Let's try and, there we go. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Sorry about that, guys. Probably just giving you all motion sickness right there. But we've got a proof case right here. So let's open this up and find out that inside we have the 1997 United Kingdom silver proof 50 pence coin, 2-coin set. So this is the 2-coin set that celebrates the large size moving over to the small size. So if I pop the capsules out, I'm not going to take them out of the capsules because they are proof, and obviously, as we know, you should never take a proof coin out of the capsule. Never mind touching it. Don't even take it out of the capsule. It's just not worth it. These have a beautiful proof finish to them. They really do, which you can see right here. We can see this one started to get a little bit of rainbow toning inside the capsule. So hopefully that will develop over time. I do love a rainbow tone coin. But this is the similar coin to what we were just looking at, the larger size one. Right here, this is my favourite depiction of Queen Elizabeth, guys. This is the Raphael David McClue. Doesn't she look majestic right there with her? It's not a crown. I'll be honest, it's not a crown. That looks to me like it's that's the George III state diadem, I believe that is. And Queen Elizabeth doesn't wear a crown on any of her coins. It may look like she does, but she doesn't. It's never a crown. It's either a tiara or a diadem, which are female fashion pieces, similar to a crown, but you wouldn't have to be a queen to wear one. So yeah, little fun fact for you right there. But we have Queen Elizabeth looking beautifully regal in her youth, right there. And as I say, that's the 𝗕𝗏𝘗𝘗 depiction of Queen Elizabeth. The legend simply says Elizabeth II, DG Reg, FD 1997. And as we know, that means by grace of God, Queen and Defender of the Faith. And if we take it over, we've got the same seated Britannia right there. But if I grab this one, you'll see they look very, very similar. They look like the same coin if I do that, because I've got this one a bit closer. But if I take them, so they're the same distance from the camera, you'll see this one is actually very, very slightly smaller. Same coin, same depictions. You've got 𝗕𝗏𝘗𝘗, Queen Elizabeth right there, same legend, etc. This one will not say 𝗧pence on it like the other one does. As you can see right here at the top, that says 𝗧pence. Well, this one just says 50p. It gives the denomination. So we've got 50p there and 50 at the bottom. And it's a beautiful, beautiful pair of coins. One that I'm really happy to have in the collection. I do love my 50p's. I'm sure you will all know I love my 50p's, I really do. So let's pop that at the back there. We'll pop some of these coins out to have a look. I'm going to have to go through them all and get them back in the right places afterwards. So I'll have fun doing that. But we'll have a little pile of all the coins, bits and bobs, have sent across to me right there. There's a few in the actual flips that I was wise enough to put back in so we didn't get too mixed up. But there we go. And we've got one more coin, guys, one more, which I've held back because I thought this was brilliant when I read it. Because right here, as you can see, right there, we've got bits and bobs signed Benjamin Bunny. So how brilliant is that, guys? That is amazing. Look at this, it literally is. This is brilliant, guys. Absolutely fantastic. Right here, we have a 2017 Jodie Clark depiction of Queen Elizabeth right there. The legend reads, Elizabeth II, by grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, 50p, 2017. And just below Queen Elizabeth's neck, you can see the initial of JC for Jodie Clark there. But if I flip it over, the brilliant thing you can see about this coin is it's signed by Bits and Bobs, guys. It is literally signed by Bits and Bobs. So that will be going in a capsule, and I'll be keeping that because I think that's absolutely fantastic. I really do. Let me make sure it's in focus for you all, guys. Oh, look at that, look at that. I'm going to put that straight back in to its little flip right there. And that's the signed, when it focuses, there we go, the signed Bits and Bobs, signed Benjamin Bunny. So guys, thank you so much. So let's talk about favourite coins, guys. I think you'll understand when I say my favourite piece, without question, has got to be that one right there. The 1997 United Kingdom 50 silver proof 50p 2 coin set. It's got to be the star of the bunch. That really has got to be. But there's been some fantastic historic coins in there, some truly fantastic coins. A beautiful 1914 half crown right there, and some wonderful, wonderful old half pennies. The 2 anise is very different, very, very brilliant and beautiful, and I love that as well. So let me know in the comments, guys, which one is your personal favourite? Are you like me? Do you think the 1997 is the star of the bunch, or do you have your eye on one of the other coins in there? I would, as always, be really interested to know. And with that being the case, if you haven't done so already, please do consider liking, commenting and subscribing to the channel, because those things really do help small time content creators just like me. So yeah, as I say, if you haven't done so already, please do me a favour and just give that subscribe button just a little poke, just a little tiny poke from me. But that being the case, I have probably rabbled on for long enough now, so I'm going to leave you all in the usual fashion by saying, until next time, as usual, look after each other, keep stacking, take care, and goodbye.